Panorama will be made of both photography and films, so it's mainly a lens-based exhibition, but there will be also a lot of writings, newspapers, maps, cartography, so there will be all the materials which are usually common to my research and art practice. Photography will still be central to the project, especially with the project What We Want, which started in 1996, and it's an overview of geopolitical changes around the world. It's a project actually made in 150 cities around the world. But still the main idea of the exhibition is photography deals with other mediums, especially like filmmaking and writing and mapping. So the idea is also that my projects at the same time they work on the contents, but also on the level of understanding what is happening to the medium itself, to the language in the last 20 years. The spectator has always a main role in my exhibition. Usually I try to say that my art practice implies a civil poetic, which means that the spectator is usually invited to complete the meaning of the works. For example, with the What We Want project, you will have huge geopolitical photographs, but they are coming together with short political text which will be copied, rewritten on the wall by students of the neighborhood of the museum. So everything asks an attitude to spectators, which is not a passive attitude, but mainly the spectator is invited either to complete the meanings of what they're seeing or even to do a piece of the research on their own. I'm very pleased of having Panorama in Fotomuseum here in Winterthur, because I've always been struggling on what is the power and the necessity, the urgency for photography nowadays. That's why my works is always coming and going from this medium to other mediums, other art practices, and going back. I always have this needs of doing some proofs, some tests myself, understanding what is happening to the photography culture. So I think it's extremely interesting for an important museum like this to have this kind of exhibition where the research is going in and out the proper photography language continuously.